Hello, everyone. Welcome to Heart Center Tarot. As always, my name is Marina, and I will be your guide for this portion of the journey. And help me welcome my fabulous co-host, Aley of Heart and Soul Connected, and
Hello.
welcome to Story in the Cards. Yay!
Yay, here we are. Another 2 weeks have gone by, and it seemed like yesterday we were here, well, we were here Monday with the other show, but this is really the scandalous one. Yeah.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. This is where the nasty cards come out,
That's
and where we can
right.
just kind of, make fun of everything and everybody
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
whatnot. So yeah,
Mhm.
if you don't have a good sense of humor, I don't know.
Yeah.
This may not be the show for you, but if you want to laugh,
There you
and
go.
yeah,
Instead of card
absolutely.
sharks, we're going to call it card snarks. Yeah.
Yes, perfect. I like that. I like that.
Mhm.
So just quickly going to say hello to a few of the folks that are in here. We've got Marby Gangora. Hello, Polly, Donna O'Brien, Artist Liz, Sherry D, Don Turner, Edward Kenneth. And I think that might be it for now.
Waleed came in.
Laura
Love
Hammond Davis, Waween. Yes. Hello, hello.
Pauline. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's good to see you all. Oh, you're so nice, Don Turner. Thank you so much. Yeah,
Yeah.
the Snark Squad. Hi,
Yes.
Bunny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello.
Sherry
Hello,
D.
hello.
Yeah.
So we've got I had when I put the show up in the post section, I said, gee, I hope that I'm going to find something interesting that we could read on, because it's just
You can be sure there's always something. Yes.
I know.
Yeah.
And it kind of makes me wonder when um when Felon 47 is gone and we're back to some sense of normalcy, what are we going to read on?
Well, I welcome that. And I will dig up
Yes.
something for us to read.
Mhm. Yes.
It would be
Yeah.
nice not to have to deal with 24/7 worth of this BS, but yeah, I
I
agree with
know.
you. It is. Hi, McGrill.
I
Nice
know.
to see
Yeah.
you. Andrea.
Hello,
Yeah.
Artist
Liza.
Liz
Yeah.
McGrill. Nice to see
Yeah.
you. Andrea, nice to see you.
Mhm.
Yes. So,
Mhm.
before I forget, for those of you who don't yet know, tomorrow at
Mhm.
6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, it's the 5th Shine Your Light event.
Wow.
So do plan on joining me on my channel. I've told the other guests if they want to stream it to their channels, they're more than welcome to.
Mhm.
Um, and yeah, it's a great opportunity for those that are of like mind to get together and just to sit in the positivity for a while,
Yeah.
just to yeah enjoy the raised energy and enjoy the good news and the lovely things that we'll be sharing and discussing. So that
Yeah.
is happening tomorrow.
Mm. Yeah.
And also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I've got Ally's information in the description of the video. So please make sure that you go over to Ally's channel and do the same thing. The like, share,
Yeah.
subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything, you
Yeah.
know. Yeah,
Yeah.
hit the little bell.
It
That way
really
you
makes
know.
a difference for us, though. It really
Yeah,
does. It helps our algorithm. So thank you.
yes,
Thank you. And
absolutely.
Laura's saying 34,000 at a Denver rally for Bernie and AOC. Thank you to
Nice.
those wonderful. I mean, AOC is beaming in Vermont. Oh,
Perfect.
I'm so happy. He's going to be 84 years old in September,
Yeah.
and the man could run circles around someone half his age. He really, really could. And AOC is a great addition. She's wonderful. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I
Mhm.
I really like her, and yeah, that Jasmine Crocker, she's another one that I just, oh man,
Yeah. She's a pistol, and she's so. I mean, as a lawyer, she's just brilliant with
Yes.
everything. I love what she does. Yeah, you're right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Very, very
Mhm.
quick on the draw and just
Yep.
yeah. It's
Yep.
yeah.
That's right. Mhm.
Absolutely. So
Yeah, I think so
anyway,
too. Yeah.
yeah. Bernie is monitoring or mentoring AOC. Could very
Yep.
well be.
Yep. Yep.
Could very well be. And why not?
Yeah. Yeah.
Why not?
Absolutely.
Yeah, because you know what? Bernie makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
No,
Well, he's always had the same. He's
yes,
never really flip-flopped on anything.
no,
Not at all. Yeah. Yeah. He's
no,
always had the
and that
same energy. Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
his yeah, that's his compass is pointed north, and yeah,
Yep.
he's just repeating his message, unlike someone else who repeats a message today and then forgets that the message that he put
Yeah.
out
That's
yesterday.
right. Or that he even didn't sign something he signed. Yeah, because I didn't sign that.
Yes.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yes, the mittens. Oh, that's classic Bernie with those mittens. Do you know that a lady in Vermont knitted those mittens for him and gave them to him just as a, because she appreciated him. And then everybody wanted those mittens. And so she ended up like selling the mittens, making mittens and selling mittens
Oh my
forever.
gosh.
Yes.
Oh
It
my gosh.
was
That's
awesome.
fabulous.
I know it. I know it. It
That
was.
is fabulous.
Yeah. Yeah. That's for sure.
Ah, excellent. Excellent.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, the other thing is both Aley and I do private readings. So if you're interested in booking yourself a private reading, please get in touch. Please let us know. Our emails are listed, excuse me, on our YouTube channels. If you just go to the three little dots and where it says more, you click on that and just scroll down and you'll see the addresses are there. And get yourself a reading. It will prepare you for things that are coming up, for things that that might be a surprise for you in some ways. The more prepared you are, the better able you are to handle those surprises when they come up. Right? So there you go. And yes, talking about not knowing what they said or what they signed or whatnot. Well, okay, so yeah, Judge James Boasberg says that the legal questions around the handling of the deportation are incredibly troublesome. And that's for those of you that might not have all the details. Some of the Venezuelans that were deported, they were put on a plane and they were flown to El Salvador.
Oh, and you should see that where they get held. Have you seen?
I could.
They don't have beds. They don't have beds. They have to lay on the concrete floor. There's like 80 men in one holding. Oh my God, it's really bad.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So, the judge has said no. You can't. You can't deport them, and basically El Salvador, when they were told the news, their president or whatever said, oops, sorry, they're already here. Nothing I can do. They were in international airspace when that came down and blah, blah, blah.
BS. Yeah.
Total, absolute BS. So, the judge had some questions for the Trump administration. My order was handed down at this time. When did you notify that these people were not to be removed? Who made that decision? What time did the plane leave? When did it land? And wherever it landed, and so on. Anyway, so yeah, the incredibly troublesome part comes in because the lawyers for Trump and the administration are kind of dragging their feet. They're not really providing any of the answers, and it's like, oh well, we need more time because we think that we might invoke the State Secrets Act, and this could be a state secret and whatnot. So
Mhm.
yeah, the judge ain't playing. In the
Mhm.
meantime, in the meantime, the guy who has been talking about the Alien Enemies Act and how he had to go back to 1798 to find that and to put that into blah, blah, blah,
Yeah.
now says, I never signed that.
Oh no. No. And he's blaming it on Rubio, isn't he? He's blaming this whole thing on Marco Rubio. Yeah.
Could whoever.
Because and that judge is corrupt, and that judge is one of the worst judges of all time in this world ever.
In the history
In the
of
history
the
of
universe.
of
The
judges.
worst one.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello, Michelle. Nice to see you here. So, yeah, how is this going to work out for the Orange Menace? I don't think so.
Yeah.
The judge is looking down, saying, "Oh, I see that you are here, and I have a seat. I have some questions."
Here, why don't you go aggressively hydrate?
Yes.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Oh, and McGrill says he told Rubio to his face during a speech.
Rubio's, I don't think, very happy that just that when he was in the room in Ukraine and his body language, it's like he's, he just tries to collapse it into himself. Yeah. Yeah.
You know what? You make a deal with the devil, you cannot
Yeah.
be surprised when he wants payment.
That's right. You're right.
So
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel sorry for any of them.
Mm-hmm.
This
Mm-hmm.
is what they signed up for.
Yeah. Yep.
Anyway, yeah.
Yep. They did. They did. I was telling Marina, I was looking at just the headlines of MSNBC, and at the top left, it says, Trump official says seniors are willing to give up their Social Security. It's not a problem. And that reminds me of how seniors should be able to and ready and willing to die of COVID so that they can save their grandchildren. Remember that whole thing back in the day?
Yes.
So everybody wants to speak for us about our
Yes.
retirement, except for us, except we are speaking and we're ready. I think everyone's ready to
Exactly.
do something. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Be a voice, get out there, be heard, do what
Yep.
you can.
Yep.
There's, you don't have to make a great, huge, big splash. You can do 1,000 little things that, when put together, they make up a big thing. So,
Right. Yep.
yeah, exactly. And yes, Lorraine R. Oh no, I'm not.
I know.
No,
They don't speak for any
no,
of us. You know that.
no.
And also, Aspie, I agree with you 100%. They are trying to cull the population. They'll do it in whatever way they can, because that's the ultimate goal. To get rid of
Yes.
the old people, to get rid of disabled people, to get rid of ill people, to get rid of
Yes.
anybody that doesn't agree, that is gay or bisexual or transgendered or any of those things, and Hispanic, Black, othering. They just
Yes.
want white Christian nationals. That's all they want.
Yes.
And that is
Yes.
that's not how the United States was formed.
No.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
it wasn't. And this is so shades of Handmaid's Tale. Maybe that's one of the reasons that it doesn't surprise me as much as it might some others. Is I read about it and then I watched it, and
Yeah.
what I saw is what's coming in.
Right.
So yeah,
Right.
it's something else.
You don't see what you think you see or hear what you think you hear, because that isn't happening. Everything's fine. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. No. There's so many things to try uh, to get you to not pay attention to what is really going on, that you're so
Yeah.
busy trying to put out little fires that you don't have a
Right.
chance to look behind you and see that the house has gone up in flames, right?
Yeah,
So yeah.
absolutely. And so this morning, though, I heard that what's his name? Can't think of his name, Luddit or something like that. The guy for Social Security, Ludek,
Oh
Social
yeah. Oh
Security
yes,
guy.
yes.
He said we're going to shut down Social Security because the judge that said we can't let Doge in. That's not right. We can't live that way. And by 5 o'clock this afternoon, he said, nope, we're not going to shut it down. We got clarity on it. And
Yes.
yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love these federal judges. They make me so happy. And they're just doing their job. They're not even doing anything extraordinary. It's just that
No,
they're following the rules.
that's right. Exactly.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
The
Yeah.
rules are put in place for a reason.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yep.
So along with what we were just talking about with the incredibly troublesome information about Trump. Well, he has said that he is revoking the legal status for 530,000 Cubans, Haitians, Nicaraguans, and Venezuelans, and they will lose their status by the end of next month.
Yes.
And these were folks who came into the U.S. under Joe Biden and were kind of put through the security or whatever it was to get them at least in the system and to to get them on the path to citizenship, or at least make them legal.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so again, going back to what we were talking about in terms of Social Security and programs and so on, these are people who are contributing when I would imagine that a good portion of them are working.
Mm-hmm.
So they're getting taxes taken off their paycheck.
Oh,
yeah. They are being, their money is being taken from their paychecks for Social Security, for so many other programs that they will never be able to access.
That's right.
Never.
Yeah. Right.
So, you want to get rid of the immigrants. What are you going to do when, you get rid of the immigrants and all of a sudden there's nobody there that your government can take taxes from?
Well, not only that, but we won't have anybody to pick labor, but there might not even be any vegetables if there aren't people to plant them either, or,
Yes.
Take them to the market or whatever they're going to do. I mean, it's not well thought out. We're dealing with elementary education mind. We're not dealing with intelligence here at all, because intelligence is too scary. And that's the first thing they get rid of, is the people that J.D. Vance said the professors are the problem. So anybody that has any kind of job that's, it's not just professors, it could be anybody, but they target the scientists and the historians and the economists and all that. He also got really pissed off at Jerome Powell for not dropping the Fed rate this week. And he's going to do something about that because he has to do that. Well, he's not under him.
Yeah. You're not the boss of me.
You're not the boss of me. That's right. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I don't think that that's going to go over very well. Although I must admit that Trump is doing everything he can to piss off as many people as he possibly can.
Yes, that's very true. Yeah.
And, I think that when that moment comes, and it will come, where, someone might want to, let's say, get his attention. He won't know where it's coming from. Right? Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So is this going to is this going to work out for him? No.
No. And
No.
oh, what do you got? And the
Until the day
till the
breaks
day breaks.
and the shadows flee away.
Oh,
Yeah, you
yeah.
better look for a hiding spot.
Well, he's supposed to bring his own seat to the table, and it's probably one of those potty chairs that little kids have, you know. But I found out something really interesting. Why you saw Melania's hat? She wears those big hats, you know, that
Yes.
tower over her eyes. This is why, because this is so bad. She doesn't have to kiss him. He can't get in there.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's one way to avoid it. Yeah, where you can
That's
do
right.
that. Yeah, that you know,
Yeah.
the air
Kiss the
kiss.
air. Kiss the air.
Yeah,
Mwah, mwah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Exactly.
Wow.
So now I think he has been talking for a good bit of time and going on and on and on ad nauseum about Canada doesn't work as a country. It needs to be a much, much cherished 51st state because, you know, they don't have anything that we want. They have nothing that we want. If we have nothing that you want, why do you want us to be the 51st state? How are we going to contribute?
Because they want to make that line of disappear, that ruler line. Yeah. And no, I don't mean a king. I mean like a ruler. You know what I mean? A straight line.
Straight line. Yeah. Somebody should educate him and point out to him that the reason it looks like a straight line is because it basically is a straight line. It was something that came about in 1818,
Mm-hmm.
and that is, yes, Laura Hammond Davis. Thank you. You win. It is the 49th parallel.
That's
Anything
right.
above is Canada, anything below is the US.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's why for the most part it looks as straight as it does. I don't know if maybe somebody did explain it to him and he just doesn't get it or
No, because he doesn't get this whole thing with tariffs. And he got mad at Jerome. Oh no, was it Jerome Powell? There was somebody he got mad at that said, you know, everything would be fine if he didn't have these tariffs. Oh no, no, no. You know, he doesn't get it. How many times do you have to be told that? It's ridiculous.
yeah. I think that as usual,
Mm-hmm.
he goes whoever he talked to last before he gets in front of the camera is who he mimics and who he repeats. I don't
Yeah.
think that he has ever had an
No
original thought
original
of his
thoughts.
own. No, no. It is what other people
Mm-hmm.
tell him, and he just parrots.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
you know that's why he doesn't make sense because he
Mm-hmm.
can't take a concept from beginning to end and
No,
describe it properly and all that kind of good stuff. So
that's right.
yeah.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, there's a picture of Mary Trump, not the niece, but the mother, his mother, and him.
Yes.
And she said this was way back when, and she said something about my son should never run for politics because he wouldn't know what the hell to do, or something like that. I thought,
Yes.
oh, she knew, mom knew, mom
Yes,
knew.
she
Yeah,
did. Yes,
yeah.
she did. Absolutely.
Marina, there's a really interesting question at 8:22 your time. Mary Thornberry said, I really would love to read on it. Do you think all these men are to be rounded up and taken away to use as soldiers or mercenaries for an upcoming war they have planned? That would not surprise me. Because if you aren't already a bad criminal, which he says that should bother you more, that they don't have a criminal conviction, because in his mind, if you don't have one, then the man's getting away with something. It isn't that he didn't do anything, it's that he's getting away with something. So it wouldn't surprise me, just like Kim Jong Un sent over
Yes,
all his guys to be just
yes.
cannon fodder. They didn't even have guns.
I
Some of them.
know. I know. Yeah, bring your own weapons.
Yeah. Oh my.
That, you know what,
Oh,
that is a really good question, Mary.
yeah.
And I
Yeah.
just want to say, Sherry, thanks for lurking. Thanks for stopping in. I hope you get
Yeah.
some rest, and I do hope that you feel better.
Me too, Sherry. Thanks,
Yeah,
honey. Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Are they being rounded up to be used as fodder?
I got a
Ooh,
Band-Aid. I feel like there only would be a Band-Aid. But this to me also says they would be like on the front lines and they would just be another thing of cannon fodder, and that it would be nothing but a maze. They wouldn't even know. They would be picked up, brought in, and dumped off.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Kind of like what Putin did to the Russian soldiers.
Yes.
It's
And
just
the North Korean ones that came in.
yes. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
exactly. So, yes, I think that they could
Ah,
very easily be turned into devotees. You do
yeah.
do what the good leader tells you, and so
Uh-huh.
on. Yeah, and it's a black hole. Literally, they're
Oh
going down a
yeah.
black hole.
Yeah.
That um,
Yeah.
that is a very interesting question, and
Yeah.
it could very
It
well
would
be.
definitely backfire, I think, because what it
Yeah.
would do is if these men they weren't in Venezuelan gangs and they're put in there in this horrific situation,
Yes.
then they would be angry that they were there. And
Yeah.
so, yeah, yeah, I think it would turn on him if that
Yeah.
was a, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right,
Absolutely.
Rose Blue. Yes.
Yeah.
And they did defect. You're right. You're right. They did defect. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah.
Totally. Uh, okay. What else did I have on here? Yeah. Elon Musk apparently met with some defense officials, and Aley was telling me that yeah, apparently he wanted to discuss with the generals. What was it about the
Their plan for a
oh
situation in China. Yeah.
yeah
Yeah. Like a war, like why not? We got
yeah
one gun. We'd like here and here and here and here. And they
yeah
were saying that he was going to learn about an operation into Panama last week. This week it's China. So, yeah.
You know what? He is a man of many talents to be able to
Really.
do all these things and run Starlink and get
Yes.
your
And do that too.
communicating through X and make sure that you have a vehicle to get to where you need to. Oh my God.
And now they want him to work with suckers and losers as well, if you think about it, because
Come
that's what the
on.
military is to them. Yeah.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
so
Yes.
irritating.
I know. I know. Um,
Hmm.
the idea that
Oh
any
yeah.
of the people in the Pentagon would actually be sharing real information with not only Elon, but with Trump,
Hmm.
it just doesn't sit right.
No, the whole thing doesn't anyway,
Yeah.
because Musk was over in Russia
Yeah.
before all of this came to pass. And then we know that Krasnov has been very busy over there for years and years. So it wouldn't surprise me if, are they going to be the ones we side with now? Is it going to be Russia, China, and the United States against everybody else that we've ever had before? It's looking that way.
Yeah.
It is. And I wouldn't trust those places
No.
if they were the last
No.
places on earth. Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly. So,
Mhm.
no, are the generals? Let pull a couple cards on that.
Okay.
Um, did the generals at the Pentagon, did they share real timely information with Musk and Trump?
Oh my God. First, they got the unicorn, and that's the information. They shared it with the weirdo. And he is a weirdo. Yeah.
I got cosmic fuckery.
Oh my God.
And
Yeah.
you know what? I think that they could tell him anything and he's not smart enough to know what is real and what isn't. Just like Musk. Tell him anything.
Yeah.
And he'll
Yeah.
go, oh yeah, okay, no, yeah, that's fine. You know, that
Yeah. Yeah.
crazy.
Absolutely.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, Michelle, he's all these relationships with baby mamas are in vitro because he only wants boys. And
yes.
I didn't know this until recently that you could pick, like, it can be singled out somehow and you can get a boy if you want a boy. I didn't know that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that okay, that kind of puts it out there for yes, failed penis implant. I wouldn't be surprised. Hey, Celtic Terror Sheila. Hello,
Yeah.
hello. Glad to see you here.
Yeah.
So, I think that the last few times that I have read on Musk,
Mhm.
um, is he is an entertainment purposes only. I'm a tarot reader. What do I know? I
Right.
think he is a man that is very troubled by his sexuality. I don't
You know,
think he is.
I just got that right here with the poll.
Yeah,
Isn't that interesting? Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Wow.
Very, very much so. And yeah.
Wow. So I have here repair after you say he had a repair down there. He's been he has had like transplants for his
Oh my
hair,
gosh, yes.
and he has a chin transplant, a few other things. So he has had that. But look what I got. I got affectation. And that would be a word for somebody that
Yes.
may or may not know what their
Yeah.
sexuality is. They don't come across either way, which is fine. It's not that I'm judging them.
No.
It's just that he doesn't know what he is, and he's non-attached
Yeah.
to that part of him. That's why he has this in vitro thing going on. And he just
Yeah.
wants to, he reminds me of a show I watched where this guy was implanting, going to people, and he has like
Yeah.
2,000 children all around the
Yes.
world. Not that Musk does, but this man did.
Yes.
And I wouldn't be surprised if Musk wanted that to populate the world with his.
Absolutely. Absolutely. He believes in allowing children to say and do anything that they want, and that
Yeah.
they be encouraged to see themselves as being genius,
Mhm.
and that everything that they do is just absolutely phenomenal.
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
I do, in some ways, I do agree that yes, you want kids to have self-confidence and
Yeah.
self-assurance
Nothing
and
wrong
so
with
on.
that. Right.
No, but don't bring them up to believe that, you know, their shit don't stink,
Ah, yes.
right?
And Mary, you think he's chipped? It's very possible he's got one of those chips in his brain that he wants to
Mhm.
put in everybody else's.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
oh, Amanda Carroll says, I wonder if somebody is going to F with his ketamine supply.
That's
Yeah.
pretty scary when you watch, and there was a video of him. Actually, it said 2 forms of autism, I believe, and it was a video of him going all this stuff, and Barron was like this, and it was really creepy. But I'm sure that Musk had a lot of ketamine in. Yeah, yeah,
Yes,
that probably.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah. And
yeah.
yes, Aspie, he believes in having base children. That's why little X gets no correction when he opens his entitled little mouth in the Oval Office and spreads his boogers all over the place.
Yes, 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 yes.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
tells you're not the president. You need to shut your mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's admitted to have Asperger's. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, well, it wouldn't surprise me if X is on the spectrum, Edward. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I know that his trans daughter said he wanted only sons. And that's why he got mad, because I believe that that daughter was a son.
Yes.
Yeah, it became although isn't the one that was married to Johnny Depp, Amber Heard, didn't she have his daughter? She had a child with him, I believe. She dated him. Yeah.
I think she might very well have, and you could be right. Maybe.
Yeah. Maybe she
Yeah.
just said she
Maybe
wanted a
it was.
girl or something. Yeah.
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 Yeah. So there you go. There you go. Okay, let me see what else I have here on my little
Your
list
hot list.
to talk about.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, the Europe is really, really turning against Putin, and they realize that they are in this situation where they might possibly be involved in Putin's wars, and that the people who they thought um, were allies, like the U.S., they're realizing that they're not. So, they are putting things in place. They are doing things so that they are basically protecting themselves from possible Russian incursion. And I just kind of want to feel it out and find out, does Putin well, that's two questions. Does Putin realize that this is a war he cannot win?
Well, I'd say no off the top of my head, but I got the card you got earlier. And it looks to me as though the stars are not aligned for that. So I agree with you. Yeah. Yeah.
And I got, look, no vacancy.
No vacancy.
Yeah. Nothing here.
Nothing here to see. Yeah.
I think he's it almost feels like what's the word I'm looking for? Well, never mind. The thought is gone. And I can't
understand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he did, Putin is, or I remember what it was. Yeah. Putin is soon going to be taken out by his friends, the oligarchs, because they are losing money hand over fist. They can no longer continue to support this quote unquote war because it's unwinnable. They don't have the equipment. They don't have the manpower. They don't have the resources. They have nothing except for their drones. So I think that, the time is coming when they are going to, they're going to
defenestrate him, throw him out a window.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. And funny, I got the poet. And the reason that I laugh is one of the ways that that there's been a changing of the guard in Russia is the TV stations will go silent for a few minutes, and then they start to play Swan Lake.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So when you hear Swan Lake on the radio or on TV, when you hear or see the opera or whatever, that there's going to be an announcement of someone new coming in. So that's the first thing I thought of when I saw the poet was,
I'm surprised they don't have Wagner or somebody that's much more. Yeah, Swan Lake is sort of like just an intermission.
Yes. Yeah. That's
wow. So I was telling Marina that Vlad, of course, people fall out windows and fall from high places and all that stuff. But there was a woman who criticized him a number of years ago, and he called her in to meet with him in the office, and she opened the door and he said, "Hi, come on in." And then he just shot her. So he doesn't have, he doesn't worry about how he takes care of what he takes care
Yeah.
of. This ballet, but this reminds me now of things that are happening at the airports, because there was a fellow and there's another judgment going out for this guy. He was like a graduate fellow at, I want to say John Hopkins or something like that. It probably isn't.
Mhm.
It's probably someplace else. But they took his phone and they put it through this whole big harangue, and they deported him. And they said it was because he had something about Trump on his phone. So what we're dealing with, and there's other people being deported and picked up, and he's going to send them all to Venezuela, and some of them are American citizens.
Exactly. Yeah, going
And
to El Salvador because
yeah,
he made a deal with the president of El Salvador
yeah,
that the
yeah,
US is going to pay for them to whatever you want to do with these guys, they're yours.
right, right. And somebody said earlier that they heard that maybe some women have been sent there too, and it's an all-male jail. So I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
But if they were transgendered, they wouldn't care, because
Yeah.
they sent all transgendered young people, or people, back to their original gender jail. So
Wow.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
crazy.
That is wild. That is wild.
It is.
Yeah. Now, the other, while we're still on Russia, it was a Russian ship captain who was in charge of the cargo ship that slammed into the American ship that was, I think, carrying jet fuel or something. Anyway, his name is Vladimir Motin, and he is scheduled to stand trial for manslaughter next year.
Mhm.
I think that, how people say, well, it happened by accident. I'm thinking that happened by purpose. And this guy is never going to see the inside of a courtroom. He is
Yeah,
just, yeah.
he might talk. So let's just
Incarnate.
take care of that problem. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, I
Yeah.
know.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
So, is pull a card and find out, is this guy actually going to be in court? Is he going to be in court?
Wow, I get hot springs, so he's in hot water. I get mountains, and I'm wondering if they either send him to Siberia or something like that up in, I know that's not necessarily all mountainous up there, but that's what they did to what's his name? They sent him up to a freezing cold place. The guy that was running.
Navalny.
Yeah, Navalny. Yeah, Navalny. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that, okay, I get compass, which, not paying attention to where you're going, or knowing exactly where you're going because you're a thief. You go in there to take something, to try to start something, to make it appear as if it was one thing rather than what it was. No, I don't think that he's ever going to show up for court.
No, I don't think so. One way or the other, they'll
one way or the
put him
other.
out to pasture.
Yeah.
But I did hear today too. Remember Colin Powell? He was a big cheese at the time. He has now been whitewashed from the Pentagon. They took his picture down, and they're taking down anybody that isn't white and male. Everybody else, women, the Tuskegee Airmen, Black soldiers, Japanese American soldiers, all gone. All gone.
Yeah. Yes, I did hear about that, and a lot of it, like the Tuskegee Airmen, there so many people reacted to that that they had to
Yes.
go back and go, "Oh, no, 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 we didn't mean to. No, not that part." And I remember
Oh,
reading
okay.
something yesterday that they said yes, that mistakes were made because they had so little time
Right.
to get these things done that they were using AI to identify and remove certain things.
Right.
So it wasn't them, it was AI who was picking up on these
That's
things,
right. And I
which has
didn't sign that form either.
yeah,
Right.
yes,
Yeah. No.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why it
Oh, yes,
was
Jackie Robinson too. Yes.
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 And yeah,
Can't make this shit up, honestly.
yeah, the
Yeah.
pictures of the Enola Gay were
Oh, yes.
removed. Yes. Yes, Grace. Yeah,
Yeah.
because it had the word gay in it.
Right. Because we
And
know
then
that that wasn't his mother's name, that
yeah,
she was really it was a gay person. Right.
yeah,
I know.
exactly.
It
Yeah.
shows the level of idiocy in
It
not just one or
totally
two people. Yeah. I know the code. You're absolutely right,
yes.
Michelle. That's
Yes.
right. If we hadn't had the Navajo um, language to use that no
Yes.
one else knew, we would never have won the war. You're right. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. And Twin
Exactly.
Talkers. Yeah.
Yeah. So don't yeah, it's
Mhm.
the whitewashing of history and the whitewashing of things. And
Mhm.
thank God that he's dismantling the Department of
Mhm.
Education because
Yeah.
these are all the things that don't need to be covered in history class. And
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah.
it,
I'm
it
reading
is
that book about fascism, and the playbook has been
yes,
used so many times. Orban, Putin,
yes,
they're all it just says get rid of all the smart people,
yes,
start taking away, make it a national uh, uh, a national religion, basically, of
yes,
Christianity is the only now, and I know he also made English now the only
yes,
language in the United States, which we've
yes.
never had that. Never, ever had
I
that.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now, if you are from another country and if you have to go somewhere, yeah, they can't offer you translation or no, 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 no. It has to be in English.
Right.
Well,
Right. Yeah.
I think that I would like to have Melania, unaided by anyone, explain how she applied for and received that Einstein visa.
Yes. Oh, well, actually, all of his women, except for Marla Maples, were illegal aliens here in the
Yes, they
country.
were.
Yes. Yes. So,
Yep,
yeah.
absolutely they were, but,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, we
Mhm.
Ivana was his handler
Mhm.
until,
Yeah.
yeah, she no longer wanted to do that, and then, yeah, Melania took over.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. So
that
sad.
yeah, cruelty is the name of the game.
Hmm.
It really truly is, and,
That's right.
yeah, I agree with you, Colorado hippie, yes,
She is
she is
another
very
one.
much, yeah,
Yeah,
a narcissist,
she is. Yep.
and
What
yeah,
surprises me is Usha. I don't know why she puts up with JD Vance. I
I
can't
know.
figure, 'cause she's actually, isn't she a she's like some she's been to college.
Yes.
She's yeah, she has some kind of a intelligence.
Yes, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember
Yeah,
what
what she
field she's in, but yeah,
yeah.
absolutely,
Let me see.
she's
I
well
can find
educated.
Usha
Um,
Vance.
yeah.
Uh
Oh, she's a lawyer.
Oh,
Okay.
there you go. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Okay, thank you. Yeah.
yeah,
Uh-huh. Yeah.
yeah.
Wow.
And,
Oh, I know. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. He stinks. They both stink. They all stink in one way or the other. She puts up with him because she agrees with him? Really, she does? I'm shocked. Okay, thanks, Linda.
Wow.
I guess she has to, or why would she stay with him? So yes, you have to be
I
right.
suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Mhm.
that is surprising, Linda, but I have, yeah,
Yeah.
it,
Yep. Just like Melania does what she does for that
yes,
reason. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, totally. Well,
Oh yeah, lavender marriage. That's the yeah.
yes,
Mhm. Yeah.
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 I
She gets something
I
out
would
of
be
it.
inclined to believe that. Yeah.
Mhm. Yep.
And yeah.
The
Uh,
I thought it was interesting about a Wyoming town hall that Harriet Hageman, who went in and took over Liz Cheney's position after she got ousted, basically, was booed and booed the other day, and she said, "Why are you so upset about what's happening in the federal government?" I'm like, "Duh! Why do you think?" I know, I
you're
know.
right.
Yeah. Oh, we're not going to take Social Security. You're crazy. Yeah. So,
Yeah, that, oh my Lord.
mhm.
Yeah.
That's right.
All
She
right.
did clerk for a Supreme Court judge. I remembered that, Laura. That's right. Thank you.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's true. That's true.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well,
Oh,
you know
okay.
what? There's a reason that these people get together. There really
Oh,
is.
yeah.
And I mean, like attracts like. So, um, you know, yeah, if morally they were so far apart,
Yeah.
one of them
That's
would
true.
have left the
Yeah.
marriage already. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yep.
obviously if they're together, it's because yeah, they're seeing the same road. And it reminds
Mhm.
me that um, before Trump got in, one of the readings that I did was on Vance and Usha, and I think the cards came up saying that, yeah, this is something that she is pushing him. She wants to be in that position more than he does,
Oh, okay.
if I remember correctly. So
Energy follows intention.
yes,
Perfect. That's
yeah,
her. Yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So, as some of you may or may not know, we're getting a little closer to the election here in Canada, where we are
Mhm.
going to elect a new government. Right now, we've got Mark Carney representing the Liberals, and we've got Pierre Poilievre representing the Conservatives. And Mark Carney has said that by or this weekend, yes, he's going to dissolve Parliament and call for elections. And they're thinking the end of April, first week of May,
Mhm.
which, yeah, makes sense, makes absolute sense. Um, One of the things that really intrigues me with Pierre Poilievre, and it so kind of mirrors a lot of the things that you guys have already been through with Trump and the initial 4 years, was Pierre Poilievre, as well as the other leaders of the major parties in Canada, the NDP, the Green Party, and the um, Quebecois. Um, anyway, the party in Quebec. Um, they were offered security clearance from CSIS, our National Security Information Organization. Bloc Québécois. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it just went out of my head. Um, so that they could receive regular updates about certain people who were trying to influence not only elections but possibly business dealings and so on within Canada, and who were
Mhm.
being influenced by other countries. So all the other leaders of the other parties have received their security clearance. They're getting this information. Pierre Poilievre said no thanks. Now, I ask you,
Why
why
would
would
that be?
you? Yeah,
Unless he has something to hide. Yeah.
yes. And is a big part of what they the information that they would have, or that CSIS would have, would be on, let's say, current members of parliament who might be politically exposed, where
Mhm.
they might be doing things at the behest of another country, and
Right.
so on.
Oh my
That
God.
information, yeah, would be revealed to the party leaders, so that you would know that, okay, we're heading to an election, and
Yep.
Joe Blow over here is on this list. He wants to run. We better find somebody else.
Right.
So he either knows um, who the bad actors in his party are,
Hmm.
or he knows who the bad actors in his party are, and he are one of them.
Well, you're going to know that he's part of the swamp,
Oh, perfect.
the Canadian swamp,
The Canadian swamp.
or
Absolutely.
probably even the American swamp. Who knows? I mean, if he is as conservative as he seems to be, then he
He,
probably has a lot of the Canadian MAGA, so to speak,
yes,
in his pocket. But that's a riot that I pulled
I
that song
know.
out. I
I
know.
know.
It's
He
amazing.
he is Trump 2.0. He
Yeah.
really, really is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I get the ghost. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
He will take on whatever he needs to take on in order to try to appeal to
His base.
yeah,
Yeah.
to his
Yeah.
base, to the population. It's really not going to do a lot of good.
Uh-huh.
So you know, it could be very interesting once we know what day we're going um, into
Yeah.
election.
Yeah. Now your parliament won't have all their seats and stuff. That will be later. That's already set. So if they're
Um,
bringing in
it,
this election, it's just for the leader, not for the whole parliament.
no, 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 no. It's for different. There
Oh.
there are 338 districts,
Uh-huh.
if you will, in Canada. So there are going to be 338 um, uh, uh, districts, ridings. Sorry, we call them ridings, that
Okay.
are going to have elections. So it's
Oh,
Canada-wide elections,
okay.
and it's the prime minister is going to be decided by the total number of people that are elected to parliament and the party that they represent. So
Oh,
if the
really?
majority of them elected as members of parliament are liberals, then we will have a liberal prime
Oh,
minister.
that's how it's done? That's so
That's
interesting.
yeah, that's how
Really?
it's done,
So
and
you
it's
don't it's kind of like your electoral college in some ways. I mean, it's like that. It's not a popular vote. Okay. All right.
yeah, yeah,
Wow.
no, and it takes
Mhm.
you. It's for yeah, first across the line, the guy
Yeah,
with the
right.
most votes,
Wow.
they
That's
win.
fascinating.
That's
I
it.
did not know that, and that is so cool. Thank you
Yeah,
for sharing that. Yeah.
you're welcome.
Yeah.
And Laura Hammond Davis says, "What's going on with those separatists in Alberta?" Well,
Mhm.
okay. Alberta has a history of electing protest parties. And what that means is there's a group of people who get together and they say, no, we don't like the way that things are going, and we're going to change it. We're not going to vote conservative like we normally do. We're not going to vote liberal. We're going to form our own party, and this is going to be
Oh.
our candidate. Okay. They do that. They get people excited about doing things. They get elected, and then they drop the ball. And that is it has happened every single time. The last time that it happened was oh gosh, and his name is gone out of my head. Preston Manning. Preston Manning
Mhm.
came out of the protest party in Alberta and received enough votes and put enough members in parliament that he was actually the leader of the official opposition. And what did he do within a few months? He joined the Conservative Party.
Hmm. So
So
really, it's kind of like when the rapper there that was married to Kim, when he just got on a couple of things to pull votes from the other side is all.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, exactly. So
All right.
yeah, Alberta will do that. I think
Mhm.
I'm hoping to see lots of change in Alberta because the current government that we have and the current leader that we have as premier of Alberta is absolutely useless, and I cannot wait uh,
Mhm.
to vote. I will vote for I will vote for a fungus before
Parasite.
Thursday. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, wow.
So
So, yeah, Chandel's saying Australia's the same way,
yes,
and they also have a Trump wannabe. But
uh,
that's because
uh,
you are under the auspices of the UK, British
yes,
government, right? Yeah, okay.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
that makes
Oh,
sense. Yeah.
oh, that reminds me. UK government. Yeah, that's what I was going to bring up earlier, and I'll just
Okay.
bring it up real quick. Apparently, Trump posted something where the he was very he was he really liked what King Charles said, um, and that he supported King Charles, that they get along very well. And what he had reposted was when King Charles apparently had suggested that maybe the United States might want to become a Commonwealth country under him. And Trump says, great idea. Good
Oh, for
idea.
God's sakes.
I know.
Just so dingling. That
I
my father
know.
would take this. He used to ring a bell, like a pretend bell like this, and it was like dingling. What the hell, you know?
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh my God,
And
that's a riot. Oh
yeah,
my God.
totally. It's like, okay, yeah. So you realize when you become part of the Commonwealth, you'll be just like Canada, right? Right? Right?
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was
So-
telling Marina Ducey, the weirdo from Fox, asked Trump today, well, if we do take Canada as a 51st state, don't you think it will be blue? A blue state? And
yes.
Trump was like, whoa, 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 you know, no,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, exactly. Yeah. Canada is more liberal. We do have sections of the country that are very conservative.
Yeah.
Alberta happens to be one of them where it's really difficult for a liberal or pretty much anyone else other than a conservative to hold a seat, but that's
Yeah.
okay. I will do whatever I can to make
Yeah.
sure that
Yeah.
they don't have that many seats.
Yeah.
So,
I hope he will win because I mean, everybody's been fairly happy. I'm sure not everybody, but
yeah.
but you know what I love about him is he's like, okay, well, I won, but let's get this election so that the
Yes.
people can choose, you know. So
Yes.
that's really awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think, yeah, Mark Carney would definitely do a good job because he's got a PhD in economics. This
I
guy,
know. You think?
yeah,
Ugh. And it wasn't from where Trump went to college.
no, yeah, the Wharton, yeah,
Wharton School of Business. That's right.
yeah.
That's right. Oh my
So
Lord. I
there you
have to
go.
just say before we go that Denise said that Lauren Boebert left with Kid Rock at the inauguration.
Of course she did.
Oh my God.
Of course
Maybe they
she
went to see if they could find Beetlejuice and she could
made.
sit in
Yes.
the audience and play with his Beetlejuice. I don't know. Yeah.
Oh God. Oh
I
God.
just think that's funny. Yeah.
It
Yes, he
is.
was the dumbest He was. Trump was the
Yeah.
dumbest. Yeah. They went to the movies, Mary.
Well,
It's darker in the movies than it is in the theater. So,
yes, absolutely it
better.
is. Yeah, there are
It's
lots of
quieter
things can
place.
happen up in the balconies.
That's right. Yep. Yep. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh
God.
my good Lord.
Okay. So, all right, we are at 1 hour and 5 minutes. So thank you, each and
Yeah.
every one of you who joined us. Hope
Yeah.
that you found it interesting and that you were able to at least giggle for a little while and kind of put the illusion and delusion in the back seat just for a while. And just
Yeah.
remember, we are going to come out of this. We
Yes.
absolutely are.
Yes.
And the world will be better for it. It's just a little painful while we go through it now.
Yep. That's
And
true.
yeah,
And next month we the last season of this is good. There's an epilogue. There's a last season of the Handmaid's Tale. So maybe we'll get the answer we need here too with that last episode.
I can hope so. I can
Yeah.
hope so. I've been waiting for that.
I know we've been waiting like 3 years or something, haven't we?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It has been a very, very long time.
It
So,
has been.
yeah.
Yep.
So thank you again to all of you. And Aley, as always, you know how much I enjoy doing this.
Absolutely.
I love
Yep.
to chit chat back and forth. So
Yeah.
we will see you all later. And take care and have a great evening. Bye
Thank
for
you,
now.
everybody. Bye-bye.